Well, hello there guys and girls. It is about 11 o'clock in the morning now and I'm on the banks of the Grand Union Canal at Rowington. This is controlled by Leamington Spar Angling Association. Lovely bit of water. I've used to fish loads of matches on here and it used to be a fantastic venue. We used to have angling times, winter league rounds and all sorts on here. Mostly with bloodworm and joker back in the day, but it does fish well with conventional baits, pinkies, squats, bread, worms, casters, you name it. There's lots of fish in here. There's a few more zander in here than there used to be, but there's still plenty of fish. There's some bream swimming about, but it's mostly sort of roach, perch and maybe some little skimmers and that I'm expecting today. So let's see how we get on. I'm going to have about 4 hours. It's going to rain at about 3:30, 4 o'clock. It's trying to rain a little bit now, so the leaves are coming down. But I found a nice sheltered spot, so it's quite windy today, but I found a real nice sheltered spot on the inside of a bend and it looks nice. So there are some leaves just starting to drift down into my peg. They weren't there when I first set up. They are starting to drift down, so they might be a little bit problematic, but we're out the wind, it looks lovely. Let's see if we can catch some fish. Come with a minimum of tackle because I've got my tripod and my cameras and that. I've used my trolley. I could have put it all on my back, to be honest, but this is what we've got. I've just brought my on canals. I always bring my MTX2 on canals. There's too many idiots about, and you can shove it through the hedge and everything behind you with confidence, and you ain't got to worry too much about an expensive pole with dogs and everything around and cyclists and whatnot. So I've got quite a few chop kits out. We'll go through that in a sec. My lid of my worms has just blown away. Just popped to the shop this morning on the way. That's why I'm a little bit late actually. So I've got a little couple of tubs of wallop lob worms. So you can get 10 in the tub, I think you get. So but they look nice and fresh in there. I've had a look at them already. Bait wise, this is what we've got. We've got my usual, my own baked bread, which I've slopped right up so it's nice and sloppy. I could probably add even a bit more water on that to that, but that's good to go. I've got some medium sliced bread. It's not the Warburtons I like. I couldn't get any. It's I can't remember, Kingsmill or something. It's not as good, but it'll have to do. But I do think you want medium slice rather than thick slice for the canal. I've got some pinkies, really big pinkies, almost too big for a canal. Can't get squats anywhere around my region really, so haven't got any squats. Red maggots, some lovely casters which I bought fresh today from Lanes. Got some dendies, plenty of dendies in there. Nice medium dendies, nice and fresh they are. And yeah, and we're going to chop some worms up in that tub. Got my bread punches, 3, 4, 5 and 6 mil punch, and then my ground bait mix. It's on the dry side. It's Sonar Baits Black, that's all it is, Sonar Baits Black. I mix it on the dry side so it sort of explodes and hangs a little bit because it's not towing a lot. We're not getting too many boats, I don't think. So I've got all my canal rigs in there. I've got 4 trays of rigs in there. Yeah, what was it? Kingsmill Soft White. It's not the best bread for bread punch fishing by any long stretch. So, oh, there's my snacks. So, bit of everything in there, and that's me. They're all my books, all my club books. That's my Leamington book there. So, oh, that's the ground bait we're using. Sonar Baits Black. So yeah, it's nice ground bait. Not really nice sort of canal ground bait. So it's not actually black. It's more, I call it dark rather than black. So that's it. We're good to go. We just got to whack a few rigs on, and hope we can beat the worst of this rain. Let's get going. It is. Let's have a look at my clock. It is. It's 20 past 12. So I've been messing around a bit too much. Anyway, I've got 4 rigs set up and I've plumbed up 7 swims. Sounds a lot, but it'll make sense as I go through it. I'm going to start top kit and 2 sections. I'm in 2 minds whether to fish bread or ground bait. I think I'm going to fish a bit of bread. Just slop this up a little bit more. It takes up so much water, this. I want it nice and sloppy to make a nice sort of cloud, but it's going to go down. So there we are. Just a little dollop, not loads, because this is the swim I'm going to start on. But what I am going to do, I'm going to pop a 15 or so pinkies in there as well. So it's just started to rain a little bit. But yeah, so this is a swim I want to start on. So this is the swim I'm going to feed first. It's just over 4 foot and it's pretty much 4.5 foot deepest anywhere. So we're going to drop it in from a height. You get a little bit of initial cloud, but most of the cloud will be down. And then we're going to feed a chop worm swim. Not chopped my worms up yet, have I? We're going to get a couple of lobbies. 1, 2. Oh, that's a nice small one. We'll actually save that one for the hook. Two big lobbies and a pinch of dendies. If you've got lobbies, it's nice to mix them up. So we'll quickly switch some worms up. Just a little dollop. Feed all of that. So what? 2 lobbies and a few dendies. I don't know, 30 odd casters, and I will pop a few maggots in as well. I've just covered everything up just to stop it getting wet. Just I don't know, 10 or so red maggots. So we've got a few options to try over the top there, and this is to my left. 1, 2. I'm going to say it's about 8 meters, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. Level with that tree there. Look, I've plumbed up another swim there, but I'm not going to start that up yet. One, I ain't going to have time with potentially, but I have plumbed another one up there where I might just fish maggots and casters if that swim's no good. But I don't want to feed it just yet, because by the time I get round to fishing it, a boat might have come. So and we don't want that. So we're going to have another bread swim. Much bigger dollop of bread. Pinkies again. And that's going to go diagonally to my left. That's filming, yeah. Where I've got earmarked there. Yeah. And it is 3 foot there. So that's my bread swim, and then I'm going to fish a ground bait and pinky swim. So we'll loosely squeeze this. It's dry. It's nice and dry anyway, so it's going to be nice and cloudy. But we'll pop a few pinkies in, pinch of red maggots. I don't think it does any harm to pop a few casters in either. Something to stay there. There's a dead maggot there. And then I've put a squeeze ball, but what I always like to do is there's a bit of loose on top. But that's really dry. Really dry. If it was flowing and lots of boats, I'd mix it on the wet side, but I quite like it like this. It dries nice and actually for roach and things, and that's just a little bit to my right. Sometimes I would have gone a bit what have we done here? That's right. Trying to think. Oh, that's it. I plumbed it on the join. Thought I was too far across. So that's there. Just making sure it's not towing, which it isn't. Get a nice cloudy mix. Just 1 pot. That's it. We're on October now, so now I've plumbed up another swim, another section past. I'm not going to feed anything there just yet. So I've got a swim unfed, another section past where it's about 2 foot. It goes up really fast into nothing, and I've got a swim that way down the track, which I might fish maggots and casters there. We'll see. So I fed bread, worm, casters and maggots, groundbait and pinkies. So they're the only swims I've fed at the moment, and there's one more throwaway swim I'm gonna quickly feed. A little bit of groundbait, a few pinkies, And that's literally just going to go there. It's just a throwaway swim. Catch a few perch there. Always worth feeding by your keep net. And that is that. So we've fed all our swims, and we've given that at the time for the fish on the bread swim to be there. And we'll go for our rigs as and when. Right, so let's have a go on the bread swim. I've got 3 rigs. I'm going to start off on my positive rig just in case there's a bream or a skimmer about. This has got an 18 to 09, and I'm going to pop 6mm punch on just in case there's a bream about, and then we'll drop down to a 20 or a 22 after that. But this is our just in case there's something big about. Sometimes you'll catch a big roach on this big bit of punch as well, but generally I'd rather be fishing a 4mm punch, or I expect to be fishing a 4mm punch. But this has got a 4 elastic, 1809, just touching bottom at the moment. I've also tried 2 pinkies on this rig as well. I'm going to give this no more than a minute, and then we might drop 2 pinkies on it quick, and then we'll put a normal sort of bread rig on, a much lighter setup. But you never know, sometimes there's a big bream or something about, and it's worth starting on a 6mm punch. All the while I'm thinking, right, I need to catch here quick to beat the boats. And sometimes you might just get perch sit over that bread. They almost guard it or sit over it. So that's another reason for trying a pinky or something on over the top, or a red maggot. No signs. That's fine. Oh, I've got a leaf. Let's just try off the deck quick. About 1.5 inches off the deck. Maybe 2 inch. Quickly try off the deck with a 6mm punch. This rain was not forecast till about 4 o'clock. I'm going to hold this one tight now. I'm going to let it arc on a nice tight line. Just to sort of maximise its fall. So there's a boat when I got here went through, and another one's gone through whilst I was setting up, and that's it. So hopefully we're not going to get too many boats, and we'll just be able to catch nicely. A little lift. This is all I'm going to give it. Another 15 seconds, maybe less. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, yeah. Right, no, itchy feet already. That's not going to go under on that. Let's pop the light rig on. So that was a 0.3 gram float, 18 to 09. Crude rig for a canal really. This is a 0.2 gram Dino Drallion wire stem, very fine plastic bristle. Just got a spread bulk of, I'm going to say they're 10s. Pop a 4mm punch on. And this is on a 20 to 07 and a 3 elastic. A bit more of a proper canal rig this. Hopefully it's shotted okay. Now it's the same depth, give or take an inch, on this swim and my sort of track worm and caster swim. So let's cover that up. Cover my pinkies up. And so I can use this rig. I've got 4 rigs set up basically. and I can use all my rigs on all of my swims. I've got a 0.1 and a 0.2 gram light rigs with 0.7 bottoms, a 22 or a 20 up to a number 3 elastic for my light sort of pinky and bread fishing. I've got an 18 to 09 for big bread, maggot, caster, double pinky, little bit of worm, and then I've got a meaty rig on a 6 elastic with a 14 hook on for fishing big bits of worm. So disappointingly, not a sniff on this. It should be on it straight away if there's a roach about, which kind of tells me over there might be a bit disappointing as well. Oh, there we are. Oh, there you are. There you are. That's a big fish. That's a big skimmer or a big roach. That just as I was about to say, we might have to go elsewhere. That's a pound, that. Oh, big skimmer. Yeah. Wow. Good. That just came out of the blue, didn't it? Dunk under fish. 3 elastic. Never in danger of bumping them with a 3. Brilliant. Made up with that. Phew. I was just getting a bit jittery then, thinking, oh dear me. I expected a bite straight away on bread and on the track. Good. Skimmer. And look at all that slime. That was on a 4mm punch. Let's not change anything just yet. Four mil on a 20 to 07. Nice and fine. Could have fished 08 on this one for the 20, but lovely when you wallop it home and you get that resistance. Something nodding off. I've always thought a 3 elastic's really good for bread on the inside, and it's just through the tip section. Ooh, a little wobble again. Definitely a little dink. I don't think you want to feed on top of these fish or anything, just fish it out. Definitely had a little dink. Dotted down real nice. Ooh. Right. And it's always a dilemma, do you fish over depth, do you fish off the bottom with the bread? I think if there's skimmers about, if there's skimmers about, generally fishing an inch or 2 over depth can be good. If it's more roach, then tend to fish off the bottom, but sometimes them skimmers want to be off the bottom, especially when it's clear and there's not many boats about. It's definitely a little bite we had anyway. Bread's still on. A little bite again. So we might find a 3mm punch is better. It just went donk out the blue, didn't it, that one? So and if there are skimmers about, we'll be a little bit more patient. Come on, a little bit of a lift. Someone's playing with it. Someone's definitely playing with that. I had a feeling that was what it was, a little tiny roach. Ooh, got big eyes on that one. Yeah, so we've gone from one extreme to the other. Let's just check those depths. Yeah, so we are an inch off the deck actually. I'm going to go an inch over depth on the 4mm punch and just see. Might put a 5mm on. I was getting some little dips and taps and everything, so you can almost tell there was something not quite, or something small about pecking it. But once we've had one skimmer, once you know there's one there, there's more, isn't there? I was just wiping my lens and I saw it gone under. I'll just quickly get this on. This jogger comes. Beat the jogger. That had it straight away anyway, didn't it? Get my punch ready. Pop it in the mouth. Come on. With bread, I'll fish at anything from 3 or 4 inches over depth to 5 or 6 inches off the bottom. You just never quite know. It's definitely a bait that works well off the bottom. Better. Oh, oh, nearly dropped him. Bread's all ready to go. You notice I had that straight after twitching. So we'll have one more like this and then we'll come off the deck. I'll frick it out with this time. The bread's getting a bit socky, but quite like flicking it away from me with bread, or any bait to be honest. This rain was not forecast till later. Roach. Good. Camera's going off for a bit because it's going to get too wet else, I'm afraid. Yeah, shallow up now. Come quite a bit off the bottom. Sometimes there's some really big roach off the bottom. I'm itching to go on the chopped worm swim as well, but whilst there's some fish about, and because we've had an early skimmer, it would be foolish to come off this. But we're 2 or 3 inches off the bottom now. You know, we've come off the bottom and had a better fish. I have to net this. I'll definitely net that. Lovely roach, and that's off the bottom. Good stuff. So whilst we're catching on this, there's no point going on any of my other lines, but if I've had a skimmer short there's every chance of a skimmer on my other bread line, isn't there? So you catch 2 more fish on this, then I'm going to go on my other lines. Just a very quick go on all the lines. Obviously if it's a team match or whatever, you wouldn't come off this. I was playing with it for a bit. Right, let's go on the other line. Let's have a quick go on the worm. Unfortunately, with the rain, I'm not going to be able to show my float cam. Big bit of worm. Over there, aren't they? Oh, that's a big bird of prey then. Oh, is that a buzzard, I think? Buzzard. So you could stay on that bread forever, but unless you go round your lines quick before the boats, you could be missing out on a pound perch or a 2 pound bream or anything really. So obviously if it's a team match or a league match with points, just keep putting something in the net. But if it's a glory match, I want to be catching big quality fish if I can. So I don't want to waste time in the wrong spot. But I won't give it long on each spot. I just want to quickly go around all my lines because there's skimmers about everywhere these days. I'm itching to go on with a big maggot on the pinkies line as well. We'll do that soon. You generally know pretty quick if there's a quality fish in the peg. So no bites on that. But if you're not careful, they'll eat it up and go. Let's pop a smaller bit of worm on. Where's my oh, there it is. Where's my chopped worm tub? Let's just pop a bit of dendy on. Just a tail end. Something a bit more small perch friendly. Canal's just starting to move a little bit, so I'm quite conscious of the fact I need to go it long as well. You know, it's a quick session this. We want to go around all our lines. What I will do, we'll just throw a few pinkies there. Keep a few perch happy there. Not loose fed anywhere yet, but we probably will soon. Quite keen to flick some pinkies over my ground bait swim, but I want to go on it first before I decide to loose feed there. This canal, I used to be able to catch 7 pound of perch just round my nets. I'd have a swim there and 2 either side, 1 each side of the tins, and it used to be awesome. But it's probably nothing like that now. Stick. Right, that's all I need to know from there. Better out the peg than in. We've already caught our obligatory stick. That's on our crudest rig. That's a 14 to 012. So I don't know if you can see this, but my top kits all have. I've got 5 Tipp-Ex marks, 5 crayon marks. That's me 4 metre swim. That's down the middle. That's 10 metres, and that's where my keep net is. And then that's 11 metres in the shallower water. So we're going to bring it down. Probably fish an inch over depth there. In fact, no. We're going to go in with our 18 hook, aren't we? Of course we are. Yeah. Yes, of course we are, Johnny boy. We're going to go a couple of inches, 1.5 inches over depth. Pop a big maggot on. These are really big maggots, so a single big red maggot is enough. Might put 2 on as well. Let's go straight over the ground bait and see what's over it. Just on the joint. Just got to be mindful, there's quite a bit of pole behind me. I'm gutted I can't get this camera out to show you, but it's not worth damaging £1,000 of camera with a rain. So we've got a big maggot, so just going down into we're just going up the far shelf. 3 foot, nice depth, nice sort of autumn winter depth. Canal starting to get a bit clearer. Fish drop down into the deeper water. There's always some quality fish patrolling up and down, I'm hoping. I think these days it's always worth starting on a big maggot over your ground bait swim. Top canal boys will all tell you skimmers feed early on these canals. We'll try 2 pinkies in a sec as well. Just trying to be really positive to begin with. And then we'll start flicking some pinkies over the top. So annoyed about this rain. This rain was not forecast till about 4 o'clock. Hopefully it'll drop and we'll be able to get the float cam out again. So we could have easily have had a few more fish short, couldn't we? But I'm impatient. Put 2 pinkies on. Lovely big pinkies these. So once I know there's no quality fish about, then I'll start dinking some pinkies over the top. Potting or catapulting. Pottying. Come on. Oh, this is horrible now. And then double pinky over the bread swim, which is there. I love using the width, so go left and right. If it was heavily coloured and towing backwards and forwards, then everything's straight in front, just a couple, 2 or 3 swims. But this time of year, use your width to your advantage. Fish a left swim and a right swim. Bread on one, ground bait on one, worm and caster on one, just maggots on the other, that sort of thing. You can rotate your swims then and pick fish off them all. We'll just see if we can catch on those pinkies over the bread first. Sometimes a bit of caster over the bread, depends on the venue, depends what the quality fish situation's like. Nothing else, it shows you how important it is to have a light rig, because I'm sure as soon as we swap to that it'll go under. Tiny little roach just topped by my float then, tiny one. 7, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Right, let's get going on bread on my long swim. Waited far too long on that, haven't we? And I'm going to have to put my coat on. This is my 0.2 gram rig, 20. Canal's rocking a little bit. I don't know if we've got a boat coming or not. This should go straight under. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't. He says. Yeah. Chunky roach. Have to change this slice soon as well. It's getting a touch soggy. So that's the right size of fish to be catching on the bread. I'll tell you what, I'm going to try a pinky quick over both spots. Just in case. That one a bit deep, didn't I? Feed a few there again. I'll try that in a sec. Oh, this weather. First look with a pinkiola ground bait swim with the light rig, or the medium light rig. Right, nothing on the old pinkies. I'm going to leave that there because I can, because it's not a match. We might get a perch there. Let's pot a few pinkies, 20 or so. A few pinkies there. I think we need to have another look short, don't we? Keep it all nice and accurate until you know how many fish are about. I always think. Let's have a quick look on that top kit swim. Pinkies are trying to make an escape. Quite a lot of venues I used to have a dedicated rig just for this. A 3 elastic or a 4 sometimes. You just want to boss them and swing them out straight away. If you caught even a 2 or 3 ounce perch, can run you ragged on light elastics. There we are. Oh, it's a roach. I wasn't expecting that. Tiny little roach though, aren't they? Scuppered by the weather again. Surprising what you'll catch on this line sometimes though. And sometimes I fish it right next to my keep net. Depends on the depths and the venue and stuff, but some venues definitely right under your keep net. Big old perch. Come on, how can you catch one and then nothing? Oh, what was that? That was a big perch, I think. Bugger. That was big. Totally stunned that pinky as well. Pretty sure that was a big perch. Just gone an inch over depth now. Had to swing it quick. Not a bad bonus for the short line. I think they want a bit of bait. I wasn't not expecting that. We'll keep feeding some pinkies there, methinks. I love top kit fishing. Oh wow, 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 wow. What on earth have we got here? That might be a bream. What's that doing a metre out? Right, it's a big skimmer. What's it doing a metre out? What is that fish doing? A metre out. Brilliant. We need to start loose feeding, don't we, on that far side, definite. Yeah, we just keep dripping 6 or 7 pinkies regularly. If we don't get another bite here, I'm going to feed another little blob of ground bait. So I've got my hood up, I've got to keep looking left and right to see if anyone's coming. Just a little nugget. Pinch of pinkies. We'll let that settle and we'll have another quick look on our long line. Obviously very light elastic, but we've got a little hook. The sensor's 3411. Very fine wire silver hook. I'm gobsmacked it's not gone under there. Should be getting bites there. I don't mind if they overspray a little bit because I've plumbed up another section past. Could be some big fish about. Just don't know, do you? It's definitely towing a bit now. We're going to get a boat. I'm just going to dink a few casters down the middle as well. Over that spot. You can always tighten it up again with a pot if you're unsure, but a bit of spread's good. Gets the fish searching. I always like to create a bit of a bullseye with a pot and a little bit of spray. The little pitter patter on the surface definitely attracts the fish. Come on. Oh, there you are. That's a better fish. A bit perchy that. On a pinky over the bread, which is kind of what you expect, or I expected. I'm going to say it's a perch. Yeah. Just about swingable on a 3. Yeah. So that's why I like to fish pinky over bread sometimes, because you pick up fish like that. I think we need to get on that short bread line. With a pinky just to begin with. Just tuck it into it. Just stayed there. Oh, perch. Again, another perch on a pinky over the red. couple of inches over there. Kind of feel this swim's a bit exhausted now, but if I'll have another quick go, and when a boat finally goes through, we'll top it up, I think. There we are. I knew there's one there. This little roach. Very little roach. Alright, let's get back on that. Quick look on the top kit, then we'll go along again. Might be worth another skimmer there, isn't it? Nine, it says it's 55321012579. Nope. We've only had the 1.5 hearted look on our coastal line as well, haven't we? Right, come on then. Should be going under now. That cow agreed. And Woolly's special prize. Get there. Throwaway swim. We can always attack that swim nicely. Can't believe I'm not getting a bite there. Okay. Nice roach. Why aren't they over the ground bait? I'm going to risk going back out with that one. See if we get a bite, probably not. Clearly some fish over that bread now. Single pinky over the bread. Free elastic's lovely because they're just not splashing. It's a nice fish. There's a knitter. I'm going to net that one. We're going to net that one. We got one a pound bait line finally. Finally. Let's have another go on the worm, and we'll whack a caster on. Dinking some casters there. I'm quite keen to put a caster on very soon, but pop a bit of worm on first. You never know. We'll give this a minute. Just poured a load of ground bait in my pinkies to try and keep them falling everywhere. Ooh, cold now. Little nugget there, doesn't do any harm. Gutted about this weather, but just about sums things up lately. So, got a couple of inches over depth, single caster on an 18. Find a nice dark one. I'm not going to quite bury it. Always try a red maggot on my sort of lighter pinky stroke red rig. Just lightly dinking over the top. What we got in there? 7. Tiny on that red line, aren't they? Right. Time for the light rig. We haven't even tried yet, have we? Try that on the short line. This has got a 22 on. Try it quickly there. Straight away. This one's just got strung out number 12s. Change that. Again. Amazing, isn't it, how a little light rig can get you some bites. Literally just pinches of pinkies. I love fishing light rigs on the canals. It's always my thing. .05 Descay Eric was my favourite. Single joker, 2 or 3 inches off the bottom. So this is a 22 to 07. What I would, if I was squat fishing, I'd be fishing a 24 to 06. It's hard to actually find 06 line now. Still got some spools of Pro Micron. It's been towing for quite a bit now. I'm surprised we haven't had a boat go through. Maybe the move just turning around or doing something. This little light rig is definitely the one. I'll show you. It's just got a 6-inch hook length. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, I think they are number 13s. 9 number 13s. Tiny little roach, that one though, isn't it? Good sign though. Shows the predators aren't wiping them out. We've had a few different sizes of fish, haven't we? We've caught with a ground bait on a top kit, or half a top kit. But just one or two little fish over this spot, which is very strange. Really not sure why. I've been loose feeding it as well. Drop it a bit shorter than off the bottom. Ooh, now then, that's a big fish. That might be why. That's a big fish. That's a big fish. Stay on. Ooh, ooh, Neddy. That's going to be why. That's why. Why it's been so quiet there. It's big. I'm going to say it's a bream. Put on a 3 elastic. That's a big fish. He ain't even coming off the bottom, that. Oh, I don't know. I'd like to at least see you, mate. That's a big fish. Oh, it's either a big perch or I don't know what it is. It's not fighting like a bream, but it is. I just saw it. £2 plus bream. Come a bit closer, mate. Oh, come on. It's like the Thames all over again, this. Gotcha. That's why. Lovely, absolutely pristine. £2, probably a bit bigger. £2 plus skimmer. Wow. That might explain why it was a bit slow there. If they're about, oh, he's proper smashed that as well. 22 hook, 07 bottom. I'm going to leg on with the double pinky now. Brilliant. I'm going to pot a few pinkies and then leg on with double pinky and just see. Let's see if we can't. Yes, just pot, I don't know, a dozen or so pinkies. Great, great stuff. Yeah, nice and accurate. I'll feed a few casters on our other swim. Well, other than the weather, it's been a good day, isn't it? There, isn't it? Is it there? Yeah. Lovely. Right, we've got 2 pinkies on. This is my 09, 18 and double pinky. Oh, it's just tangled it over itself. So that might be why it's been a bit funny there. There might have been some bream sat there. But in this clearish water, they can upset the peg a little bit as well, obviously. A powerful fish then, bream. Can't beat a canal bream. Bite. Definite bite. Push it for a little bit further up. So probably another inch or so over depth there. Just start a real pull a bit. Ooh, a little bite. Go on in. Perch. Oh no, it's a roach. Double pinky. I'm still going to go a bit more over depth though. Just bring those droppers down a bit as well. Put a roach rig on and catch a bream. Put a bream rig on and catch a roach. Here come the leaves. Autumn is well and truly here. Got double maggot on now. 3 or 4 inches over depth, just to try and keep everything nailed down a little bit, because it's rocking quite a bit now, this canal. A bit stop starty. Trying to negotiate all the leaves as well. There we go. Not sure what we've got there. I'm going to say perch, but I might be wrong. Oh, a big roach on double red maggot. Wow, weird, isn't it? Single pinky, nothing. 2 red maggots, big roach. I'm tempted to do, just get me a little toss pot, keep everything nice and tight. A few more maggots in and a few pinkies. That's great. Nice to see those. One more go on 2 pinkies and then we'll top up for another bit of ground bait, I think. Had it on the drop, that. Plenty of bites today anyway, haven't we? All different sizes of fish. Double pinky, little tiny roach. That's what about double pinky. I've learned that on commercial. Double pinky is brilliant hook bait, you know. Catches everything. Right, let's have a go on the caster. Battery change. Right, I'm going to top up quite a few pinkies. I'm going to pop a few casters in as well. Just a loosest pot. Still no sign of that boat. But we're going to top up our ground bait spot. And we'll have a quick look down the track again. Just accurately cup a dozen in the right spot first. Is there. But if we don't get a bite on caster, that's my next plan, is to chop up a few more worms. Try and force something to happen on this line. I'm going to completely bury it this time. It's about 2:30 now, so it's definitely time for caster fish, isn't it? It's caster o'clock now, 2:30. I expected a bit more boat activity. If I'd have known, I'd have gone with an even lighter float. This is a 0.3, I'd have gone with a 0.2 and really strung it out. Very surprised I've had nothing down the middle though over this. Other than a stick. Ooh, the old cow's going for it. Old moo cows. Right, so no bites on this. Not a single sniff or a tremble or anything on that caster. I'm going to give him another $1 per worm, I think. Few maggots again. 2 pinkies it is. And then if this don't have any marked effect, then we'll whack that light rig on again, because that's been the best rig. And I actually haven't fished it long. What were you saying? Why don't you put that rig back on then, John? Because I'm thinking it myself. What's that one? Go on then, this should be going under. See if they wanted that top up or not. Right down the peg, that one. Let's get back on that light rig then. Right, get on that worm. Get on the worm. I think it's with multiple line canal fishing, you always feel you should be on whatever swim you're fishing. You think, oh, I reckon I should be on that swim, you know, or haven't I gone back on that swim for a bit. We've fed $1 per worm, there's got to be some fish on that now. Oh, there's a bite. Feels a bit... oh, that's a perch. For a minute it looked like it was dragging, twitched it and it carried on going. Finally caught on the worm. Little perch. Got the fresh worm on. half dozen casters over it. Ooh, let's go in. Ooh. Bigger perch this. Mad, isn't it? Why won't I catch on the worm earlier? Oh, I'll tell you what. I mean, it's a very big perch, this. Let's say it's 12 hours plus. Oh, wow. Pound plus. Pound perch, definitely a pound that. He's got a couple of casters in his goal as well. Brilliant. Oh, should we show you? Brilliant. So he's eating the casters as well, that's good to see. Wonder why we won't catch on that worm early. Beautiful vivid fish that, wasn't it? Peg's obscured by leaves now. Are we going to be able to get through there? Let's go the other side from there. Hopefully that'll sink. So we've had some quality fish, which is great. A couple of skimmers, a bream, pound perch. Yep. Alive now. Take a little shot off though because I couldn't see it quite so well. Let's go in. 1, 2, 3. And the lobby. Get a lob on. Small perch again. Mad, isn't it? There was nothing there for a long time. 2, 3. Where have all these come from? Look at that, look! He's got a lobworm tongue. Still got the lobworm in its mouth. Right, I'm going to top up with a bit more chopworm and get the camera out, I think. Definitely. Alright. Oh, I've just had a perch. Just left it down the side and had a perch. Wow. There is swinging. I just left it down by my feet whilst I saw it my camera out and the perch has had it. Maybe the perch have just switched on. That still looks good to go. Right, if we can get there. Get the rig out quick enough. They're about there. I'm going to lay that in again, just so you can see it. Look at that, straight away. Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. That's another big one. They're the same size. Oh, wow, wow. Look at that. Look, 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 look. There. It spat out my worm and that really, really, really mangled fish. Oh dear. That was a pound perch, that. Ah. I don't know why I'm trying to hook that bit of worm again, it's proper mangled. Oh wow. I've never had that happen before. In the match, I'd have put that in the cake net. Just pop this other camera on. That was a pound perch all day long. It has to be to eat a big roach like that, isn't it? Another big one. I waited, didn't I? Not as big as the last one. Oh no. Not as big. I'll tell you what, no, we're going to pop a red maggot on, a single red maggot. Light's going a bit now though. Straight away. Boom. Big perch again. Had it on the drop, didn't it? Yes. Not a massive perch. Just swinging him. Just. He weren't coming off. We'll try that again, won't we? Straight away again. Again, if this was a match, I'd have stayed on the worm rig, but I just like, you know, I'm using today as a bit of an experiment. Don't see any point doing one thing all the time. I want to try different things, but yeah, they definitely had a little stab at it, didn't it? And why has that not developed? Bit of a lift. Ooh, that's a big fish. That is a big fish. So if we would have stayed on the worm, there's fish you might not see. Feels big. Feels very big. That's a pound. Might be a bream, this. Oh, it's a great big perch. Bigger than the first one. There we are. That was worth putting a maggot on. Oh, it's not quite as big as the first one, but big enough. What are they? Only just hooked. I'm gonna pop the worm back on. Let's chop a bit more worm up. Dollop that in. Where's my pot? There it is. And then we'll go on, have a look on the other line as well. Good this, isn't it? Just dangerous this time. A few more maggots. A few more casters. I'm keen to have a go on the other line as well with my ground bait. A couple inches over depth. A couple of pinkies. So I've just popped a dollop of worm on. I'm sure I'll catch another perch or two there, but I'm quite keen to catch on this line on the camera as well. Ooh. Oh, a little fish come off, doubled over. Let's pop a big maggot on. So we'll have 5 minutes on here, then we'll get back on that worm line. There's clearly some big perch about again. I think if I came back I'd put some chopped worm and caster on this line as well. Chopped worm, caster and ground bait might have had some more skimmers over it. That way, away from all that rubbish. Oh, not too far. Just about avoid that rubbish that's suddenly appeared. I'm not going to waste too much time on this if it ain't going under. Nice little drop, then we'll get back down that middle. Yeah, straight away. Just push it a bit further up the little roach. Oh, spewing up pinkies. I want to get down that middle again. Let's catch one more on this. One more. And then we'll get down the middle. A load of hikers coming by. I'll catch one before they come. Oh, that's tiny. Tiny. Get down the middle of me thinks.
You ain't good?
Yes, thanks. Having a few.
Good. Is there much digging? I've seen some big carp in here. Are they still in there?
They used to be. I don't know if they still are.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Might be a little bit out of focus. That's a big one. A bit angrier. lift him out, but I can swing him. Good this line, isn't it? Wasn't it weird how it's rubbish for so long and now it's like good? That worm's still good. Just about. Just break that a little bit off and rehook it. That again. More in focus now, I hope. Straight away up. A little wobble on the way down, I think. Go away, Leaf. Pop a lobby on next cast, I think. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Oh, how did we miss that? Tried a big bit of lobby, but nothing, so I just put a smaller bit on. There we go. I think I haven't really caught on his casters. Let's try and catch a caster fish before we go. See, that was straight away on the drop. Definitely had a go at that on the way down, didn't it? One, two, three. Boom. Oh wow, that's little. Little. Tiny. Whoop. Worm still good. Unless the perch just arrived, haven't they? A dark caster, darkish. Nice caster fish to end on. Can't be one there. Oh, a little bit short. The catting's been pretty good up to now. Up to that point. Better. Much better. I'm going to give this a minute or so. If that don't go on, then we'll pop a maggot back on. And we just have to say it's not a cast a day for whatever reason. I say a couple of big perch I have had casters down the gullet, so they have been eating them. And they're lovely big casters anyway I've got from the shop. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Nope. Oh, here comes the boat. See and catch a fish before the boat. That's the mission now. Catch a fish before the boat. Red maggot. Before the boat. Come in, looks a bit fast this one. Catch fish before the boat and then we'll go. Sound good to you? It's coming quite fast. Try and go around me. slowing down, is he? Oh, he's actually speeding up. Oh, that's a bite. Oh. Yeah. Well, I reckon we need to have a quick fish there on the short line, and that'll do. I don't think we're going to catch any more over there. One more fish. That boat's gone through, it's absolutely chocolate over there. So he's not touched this line though, and I've been dripping a few pinkies there. Got to be worth a fish, even if it's a little stripey. There's got to be a fish there. Yep. Oh. It's a perch. Go on, stay on. There we are. And that, my friends, is that. Nice to end on a chunky little perch on the short line. Lovely. Right, before we go, let's have a quick look at all the rigs again. That's been my starting rig, 0.2 Dino Drallion, very thin plastic bristle, wire stem for stability, which is really good on canals, shallow canals. I do like a wire stem on shallow canals because it can be a bit sticky and everything. This is on 010, and I've just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 number 11s, 1, 2, 3, 4 number 12s down, and that's on 07. If I actually have put a number 12 on hook length just to get it a little bit closer to the hook, with bread in mind. That's 07 to a 20, Census 3411. Nice fine nickel hook, and then I've got a very similar rig, but that's a 0.1 Drallion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 number 13s that takes. I thought it was 12s, but they're number 13s definitely. And that's on 07, a 0.07 bottom, and a 22 Census 3411. Nice fine nickel hook. Elastic on both of those is a number 3, just through the tip section. And then my sort of caster stroke maggot stroke double pinky rig is a 0.3 Pablo RWC blade, a thicker plastic tip, carbon stem on this one. That's on 014 main line, 5 elastic, started off on a 4 but 5 elastic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 number 10s and 1, 2, 3 number 11s, and that's 09 to an 18 Preston N10. Lovely sort of just a lovely medium gauge silverfish hook for maggots, casters, quality fish. Use that on the Thames a lot. And then my final rig has been my big boy rig, 6 elastic through a full top 2. You never know what you're going to hook. This is on 014 line again. That's a 4x12 Malman Speedy, slightly longer plastic tip, 1.2mm tip. That's a titanium stem on that. Bit of a body, it lets you hold on to it a bit when it's towing and stuff. And then it takes 1, 2, 3 number 4, 5 number 10s. 5 number 10s. I've got 3 about an inch apart. Then 6 inches below that I've got a number 10, 6 inches below that number 10, and a 6-inch hook length, and that's a 14 N10 to 012. That's been really nice for the worm. I've only just started using these 14s, but they're a nice worm hook. Nice, they're not springy or anything, so they go in and stay in. So that's it. That's my 4 rigs. That'll do. Let's see what we caught. There we are, absolutely cracking net of fish. A couple of big perch, £1 a piece. A couple of nice chunky skimmers. and that all important bream on my lightest rig on a 22 hook single pinky. So absolutely brilliant fishing, thoroughly enjoyed that, easily double figures, and yeah, started on the bread, then caught a few on the pinky. Nothing on a caster, but we've caught a few on a red maggot, and then worm was really good at the end. I'd like to have seen that fish that spat that other fish out of its gullet that I'd hooked, but yeah, I'm sure it was probably about that big, if not a bit bigger. But absolutely brilliant fishing, quality fish on the canal, Leamington AA water, Grand Union Canal at Rowington, well worth a visit. I will see you again on the bank. Well, thanks everyone for watching it to the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want even more content and what I already do for free, then don't forget to check out my members area. It's only £2.99 a month, and there's loads of extra tips and tricks and films and short films, long films, medium films, canals, lakes and rivers. There's all sorts on there, something to whet everyone's appetite, I hope. So as long as you all keep enjoying what I'm doing, I'll continue to carry on making these nice films. Until next time, I'll see you again on the bank.